Anybody else? Okay, John, go for it.
Well, I want to thank you all for being here today. We're obviously diving in right away and getting started. Today we're talking a little bit about transition, a lot about policy, which is what we're all interested in very much, and of course talking about jobs as well. And so I just have a few announcements to make today. Appreciate you all coming. First of all, Beth Hansen will be my Chief of Staff. Beth has a vast experience in the government. She managed George Voinovich's operation here for a number of years. We've worked very closely together, obviously in the campaign. She was the campaign manager. She did an excellent job, and she's very methodical. She's very calm. She's very focused, and I think if any of you would take a look at the campaign we just ran, it was as focused a governor's campaign as I think you can ever have reported on. And Beth drove the ship, and she's just got great character and great integrity, because the one thing we are going to look for in this administration is people of high character and of high integrity. There will be no room for anybody that gets close to the line. I want to make that clear. And but Beth will be a great partner of mine, and she will obviously coordinate the staff. And the Chief of Staff position is obviously a vital position, and I'm very excited that she agreed to do it. I only had to twist 2 arms to get it done, but no, we've developed a very good relationship. I also want to announce that Wayne Struble, Wayne has been a dear friend of mine for a long time. I met Wayne, I guess it was in the late 80s. In the 90s, we started working together on budget issues. And when I became the senior Republican in 1993, Wayne really became the policy director of the Budget Committee, which meant he kind of became the policy director for the government of the United States, because we put our programs together to really execute the operation of the U.S. government. When I became chairman, Wayne was the policy director. When we really had an opportunity to move things in 1997, Wayne was the critical policy director in that balanced budget document that led to the first balanced budget since man walked on the moon, and restored a lot of prosperity. So Wayne has spent a lot of time in Washington, but we've remained very close friends. He is an intellectual giant. I mean, there is nobody like him. And oh shucks, Wayne, it's true. He really is. He is a brilliant man, and we have spent a lot of time before I even made a decision to run for governor. We had been working on policy ideas, ways in which we can provide better service to the customer, make the government more efficient and more effective. And we worked these documents over all the time. After the '97 agreement, I elevated Wayne to become the staff director of the Budget Committee, where he served with great distinction, and he was a sought-after staffer over the period of the last 10 years. He moved here to be part of the policy operation in the campaign, and he now lives in between Washington, where his wife is, Columbus, Ohio, and South Bend. That's where his heart is. And Wayne, I'm sorry that they're not playing football anymore at Notre Dame. I also want to announce our budget director, who will be Tim Keene. Many of you are very familiar with Tim. I do want to tell you an interesting story. Ben Kasich, who's been with me for 19 years, he's the young man over there that looks like he's about 15. He's been around a long time working on policy. That's what he's always done for me. And he and Wayne both said, you need to get together with Tim Keene. And I said, well, Tim Keene's the enemy. I mean, they screwed it all up over there. They said, no, he's really a terrific guy. So he came in to see me. And I said, Tim, I'd really like you to work with me if you have an interest, but I want you to really think about this carefully, because once you get into the room with the Kasich team, it's like almost impossible to get out. So you really need to think about it. It took them 2 weeks to call me back, and every day I said, have we heard from Keene? I said to Jay, have you heard from Keene? No, we haven't heard from him yet, but after that second week, he called back and said, I'd like to join the team. And he's been a tremendous addition in his spare time in terms of taking his vast experience of state government, and he will be the budget director. Wayne is going to be the director of policy for the state of Ohio. It'll be a new position, and one that that I'm going to create, Mary and I are going to create, and we want to coordinate all policy through Wayne. So as we get the cabinet put into place, they will work very directly with Wayne. Wayne will report directly to me, and we will work very closely together. Ben will have a role in all this. As to whether Ben's in the budget or he's in policy or whether he's on a jitney back and forth, we don't know that yet. But these are two very, very important appointments. So tomorrow there will be a meeting with the governor's chief of staff and the governor's budget director. That meeting will be attended by Beth Hansen, Wayne Struble, Tim Keene, and Ben Kanzik. And they will sit down. We are very interested in getting started immediately in terms of revenue numbers, the spending, the whole series of things that that budget geeks get into. And they'll be running all the traps, and we intend to move very quickly. We have a lot of work that's already been done. It is, but it's not complete because, again, we don't have the revenue numbers, but we will be ready, without any question, to put together a comprehensive budget within the deadline. We are not running in circles or, panicked here about any of this. We've spent a lot of time thinking about these issues, but a lot of the details and a lot more work needs to be done. But I'm very confident that we will have a very good reform-oriented budget that will get the job done and restore the tax cut. And so that's what we're here to announce today. Mary, anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I would, just a couple of things. First of all, I've worked with Tim Keene for the last, almost 4 years now, and he was a huge asset to the Auditor of State's office. He did a great job of helping us with policy issues, budget issues, and so I think bringing him on as the budget director is a great decision, and I certainly think that it'll be good for our team, but it'll be good for Ohio. I've also had the chance to work with Wayne and Ben and obviously Beth over the last several months, and this is an organization that was very well run, a group of people very prepared to be in the positions that they were in, and Wayne and Ben especially have been really focused on some of the major challenges the state faces, but more important than the challenges, the solutions. And so I'm really thrilled that the decisions have been made for Beth, Wayne, and Tim. I think it will be, again, it's going to be good for our team, but it will be good for Ohio.